Yeah. Guys, recommend from month to you. Live back with another of that. For those that know that right now, today, we're not here to argue. We're here to read. You guys grab the Bible in Isaiah chapter 14 and Revelation chapter. There's questions that's people for generation. In Isaiah 14 verse 12, someone is called Lucifer, son of the morning. Then in Revelation chapter 22 verse 16, I am star. So what's going on? Another contradiction? Is it a translation issue, or is there something deeper that most of them have never been taught? And right now, we're slowing down and down for all you guys. So let's dive straight into it. I will be sharing my okay. We're gonna go straight in. I think chapter 14 verse 12. I find myself having to do this because it seems like you guys don't understand. All right. Now, in Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12, a little bit because I'm gonna be as I speak. Just a little bit. Y'all can hear it, that's fine, but I have to turn it down because we gotta do a lot of reading today, right? So in Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12, and if you don't have your Bible, I advise you to get it. If you have the Bible in your phone, I advise you to get it. And even the word Bible is Bible, the paper bowl, the Bible, the bowl. Baal, you know what I'm saying? However you want to call it, it all goes back to moon, Jesuit, Luciferian, satanic worship. And I'm going to show you. So in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12, it says, hold on a minute. Hold on. Say, I'm going to call you right back. So in Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12, it says, how art thou fallen from the heavens, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How is thou cut down to the ground? How did you come down to the ground, which thou weakened the nations? Now, let me ask you guys a serious question here. And like all jokes aside, I'm not even trying to be funny. Did the devil weaken the nations? Did Lucifer ever weaken the nations? Can you show me any record of Lucifer doing any weakening of any nations? Because if you go according to the scriptures, the only nation that has ever been weak, according to this Bible, has been the children of Israel, because every other nation has been prosperous. So again, I'm going to ask the question, which thou weakens the nation, which means that when you came down and you gave people a more subtle, soft understanding of life. You made us weak. You didn't give us the power of authority, aggression, fight, might. Something took that away. Ask yourself this question. Now let's continue. Look at chapter verse 13. It says, "For thou hast said in thy heart," listen carefully, "I will ascend into the heavens. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north." Now, people, ask yourself this question. Who has the access to come from the heavens down to the earth and then ascend himself back into the heavens? Show me where the devil had that power. Show me when Lucifer had that power. Because the last time I checked, if we're going solely based on what the Biblos is saying, if we're going solely based on what the Biblos is saying, these 2/3 was cast out and never to return. When you read the book of Job's, God is speaking to the devil and asking him, "Where are you coming from?" And the devil, or should I say Lucifer, says, "I went to and fro, back in and out of the earth." Let me pull that up. Hold on, because I don't want nobody to say that I'm making this up. Hold on, guys. Hold on. What is it? Job 3? Is it Job 3? Hold on. You know I be forgetting all of these things now, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, right here. Right here. So is it 1 and 3? 1,000 sheep. Now there was a day when the Son of God. Now the Son of God. Okay, I want you guys to hear this. I want you guys to hear this clearly. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also amongst them. Now, how can Satan, who was cast out for disobedience, who was to never return, somehow find his way back into heaven? Which is also another contradiction, because it says, according to the word, that evil has no place in the heavenly realm. It has no place next to the holies of holies. So if Satan could get that close to God, to the point where it says, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence come thee? When come thou?" Then Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it." This is not me saying this. This cannot be the devil. This cannot be Satan. This not the Lucifer that was cast out to never return. But you see, it says God came present, the sons of God. The sons of God can be anybody. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, we know that that Jesus is the Son of God. Listen, we're gonna break this shit down so you guys can get a clear understanding. Right? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it." And the Lord said unto Satan. So now the Lord is having a conversation with Satan. How can the Lord have conversation with Satan when Satan or Lucifer or the devil all disobedient to God and was cast out? But he's having a conversation. And the Lord said unto Satan, "How hast thou?" No. He says, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?" You see this? He said, "My servant." didn't refer to him as my child, my precious creation. He referred to him as a servant. This is the God. This is the God that created all things. He's referring to his precious, one of his precious creations, a servant, right? That there is none like him on the earth, a perfect and a upright man, and one that feareth God and eschews evil. Okay? So here is a man that's following the laws, statutes, and commandments, because it says to fear God is to keep my commandments. So here's a man that's following all the rules and regulations, keeping the commandments, being an upright, perfect. But why would God tempt him? Who was the only person that tempted anybody? Wasn't it the devil? Wasn't it Lucifer that was speaking unto Eve and tempting her to eat the forbidden fruit? Wasn't it Jesus fasting for 40 days in the wilderness by himself? Now, if anybody have ever fasted a day in their lives, you know what fasting do. When you fast, right? You're killing the outer you to build up the inner you, right? So while you're doing all of that, the inner you is coming out. And the inner you came out and said to Jesus, which is, you know that conscious in your mind. For example, somebody that's going through rehab, or somebody that's trying to quit smoking or drinking, and every time you get towards the end, there's a thought in your mind that says, yo, come on, man, smoke one more spliff, man. Just drink this one more liquor. Ain't that gonna happen to you? You guys remember that? So that's what happened with Jesus. See, Jesus was the devil himself, who was speaking unto himself. There was nobody there. There was nobody around. There's no records of this event ever taking place. There was nobody to talk to him. There was nobody to talk to him. So who is he talking to? How did the devil finally get close to you? How did the devil get that close to you when you are in your spiritual power, when you are in the other realm? See, the devil only has the power to attack the flesh. That's according to the scripts. That's not me. He that lives in the flesh, that love not the things of this world. If any man love the things of this world, the love of the Father is not in you. If you operated in the flesh, then then you have been operating in the ways of the devil. So the devil can only affect the flesh. So how was he able to connect to him in the spirit? Hold on. I know. How? I'll wait for it. So now, Jesus is talking to himself. He knows he got to do this 40-day fast because all the prophets before him did the 40-day fast, right? Noah did 40 days. Abram did 40 days. Jacob did. All these niggas is doing their 40-day fast. 40 something. It's always 40 taking place. So Jesus had to do his, because he has to fulfill. I come to do my Father's will. So he has to fulfill his Father's will. So he fasted 40 days, 40 nights. And within that fast, guess who came to talk to him? See, you guys don't understand that he was only talking to himself. That inner demon that he was trying to cast out so he can get the strength to heal the world was the devil. Oh, I listen. I know it's far-fetched. We gonna keep this strictly to the Biblos. Don't take my word for it. Let's go. Right? And it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man? Right? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, thou Job fear God for not? Like he ain't fearing you for no reason. right? He says, has not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that has on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will be cursed thee to thy face. Right? And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Look what the commentary says. Satan is now allowed to test Job. So now this is the contradiction. Here's a man keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, doing the righteous deeds, following the ways, family is in order. And God takes a bet with the devil and tells the devil, I bet you can't make my God. Have you considered? The nigga said, have you considered my servant Job? He's like, did you consider? Listen, the devil said, I didn't even think of him. Why would I think of him? You got this nigga protected. Okay, so hold on, check this out, guys. So God had Job protected because Job was doing what God told all the so-called believers and followers. If you follow me and you should seek me and you should keep my commandments, then the blessings shall be yours. But if you was disobedient, so here's Job, who wasn't disobedient, an upright, respectful man, had a wonderful family, beautiful house. And God said, test him. I'll show you that this is the one. You see the contradictions in itself? You see the contradictions? You see the contradictions? Now you ask yourself, if this was my father or my God, why would God do that to me? Because when you read the book of Job, Job loses it all. He lost his wife, he lost his children, he lost his house. Man, it was so bad. Job stripped naked. He cut off his hair and says, the same way I came into this earth is the same way I'm going to go out. This was Job. All because God told told Satan to intervene. Go ahead, go test him. This is so. How did the devil get access to the heavens? When the devil was cast out in 2/3, never to return until the final days of judgment. Then they say that they dwell amongst us. Then they say that they are in the damn, what was that joint called? Aren't they in like hell and like in a place of torments until the final day, and then they get thrown in the lake of fire? Don't they tell you that in the book of Job? Don't they tell you that in all these things? They tell you that Jubilees. They tell you that in the book of Jasher. They tell you that in the book of Enoch. You know, all of this. And guess what? I read all of them, so you can't dissuade me. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 14. I know I'm long-winded. I'm sorry. Let's go to chapter 14. Let's go back. Come back. Okay? Weaken the nations, for thou hast said in thy heart. Now, remember, you know, when every time you see a portrait of Jesus, there's always a portrait of him holding his hands like that, with the image of the heart. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can. Uh-oh. 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 That's not, that can't be. This can't be accurate, right? This can't be for real, right? Huh? So it's look, now it's not loaded. You heard? Right? Right? Okay. I know. Right? 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 Okay, so now let's go back. For he has said in that heart, I will ascend myself into the heavens. Isn't this ascending into the heavens? That when Jesus resurrected, didn't he ascend into the heavens? Didn't Jesus also ascend to the heavens and hell? Remember, he got the key from the Satan and etc., and all those that was down below, he allowed them to come back to warn the family. Who has access to the heavens and the hell? Okay. I know. I know a lot of you guys is probably gonna be like, you know what, I ain't rocking with Junes no more because he's speaking blasphemy. No, I'm really telling you guys the facts. It's the facts that's gonna set you free. Nothing else, bro. Right? Right? And all of these images you guys have seen before. You guys, look, these are statues. Hold on, let me see it. Okay? So these are real life statues. I don't want you guys making it seem like, oh, it was illustrated. These are real life statues. These are real life statues. These are real life statues. I know. I know. I know. I know you guys seen this before. I know. But anyway, let's go back. Okay? It says what? Listen carefully. Listen. He says, I will ascend into the heavens. I will exalt my throne above the stars. Isn't he the one? Isn't that what's being preached throughout the entire world? That Jesus is Lord, he's king, all knees shall bow. He's the one that sits next to the throne, next to God, etc., above the stars. Wasn't the stars considered the children of God, which makes Jesus the second in command over the so-called children of God, sons of God, huh? It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. Now, show me what congregation that you have ever been in where you see the devil sitting down. Hold on. They giving me illustrated. Look, there we go. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys all of this real time right now. Okay. He said he will sit upon the congregation. Show me where the devil is sitting in the congregation. Show me what church that have you been to in your life where you see the devil or Lucifer sitting at the congregation. Show it to me. Show it to me. I'm waiting for you guys to show that to me. Matter of fact, let me put a statue. So we can have it. So you guys can get a better understanding. Let me put real statue. Because I don't want to hear nobody saying Junior be wildin'. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. This is all Jesus in these churches. I don't see Lucifer. I see a bunch of people right here. Can we zoom in? Can we zoom in? How we zoom? I think it was Option plus or Command plus. They won't let me zoom in. Can we zoom in? Who is these right here? What is this right here? Is this a group of people? Is this a group of people? Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Isn't this Jesus sitting in the church? Isn't this Jesus sitting in the church? Isn't this Jesus sitting in the church? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's continue. Another statue. Another statue. Hold on. Jesus again at another church. Hold on. Hold on. They got all of these things for you to see, people. All of these things for you to see. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the devil to be sitting in front of the congregation and exalt himself, right? Sit up. So listen. Look. A mount on the congregation on the side of the north, meaning you always, no matter where you go, Jesus is sitting up, right? You got north, south, right? North, south, east, west, right? Jesus is always sitting on top of that cross. He's never on the east. He's never on the west. He's never on the south. He's always sitting on the north. Okay, let us continue. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be the Most High. What is the arguments that everybody's having right now? That Lord is the God, and that God came in Jesus' form, in a human form, to do God's will. And the brothers will be like, how is that so? When Jesus says, I come to do my Father's will. You see, you still not putting the pieces together? No problem. No problem. But let us continue. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. The argument is Jesus is the Most High. People believe in Jesus more than God. People trust in God before people trust in Jesus before God. This is facts. People will say, I follow Jesus. The old God of the Old Testament, we don't follow him because he was evil and wicked. So we follow Jesus. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. Jesus is the light. No man gets into heaven without following the ways of Jesus. You have to become a believer. This is what has happened. And it says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell on the side of the pit. Meaning, when you believe this, you'll be going through hell, living on the side of the pits. Now, the niggas that don't follow this, are they living through hell? Absolutely not. Are they in the pits? Absolutely not. They that see that shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee and saying, is this man that made the earth tremble, that did shaking the nations, that made the world as a wilderness? Remember, he went into the wilderness. Remember, the world is my Father's kingdom, my Father's house. Remember, he didn't have a home. Remember, he slept outside. The entire place was his home. And destroyed the cities thereof. Didn't Jesus says, I come not to bring peace on this earth, I come to bring the sword and to divide. That's not me that's saying this. Let me pull this up. NIV. Let's see what this one is right here. Look. This is not me. This is not me. This is Matthew 10, verse 34. It says, do not think that I come to bring peace on this earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Jesus ain't never come to bring peace. So that means he came to bring pure destruction and evil. What was said to you before you was enslaved? Do you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? You say yes, there's a possibility you was good. You say no, you know they was destroying your hood. This is facts. He told. Let's click this. Let's click this. Look, read this. I want you guys to read this. Matthew 10 verse 34 says, do not think that I come to bring peace on this earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father. That's breaking the commandments already. Why would Jesus want man to break the commandments already? For I have come to set man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemy will be those of his own household. This is what Jesus is saying. This is not me saying this, guys. So I don't want you guys thinking that I'm going off giving you guys my feelings, my opinions. I'm just trying to let you guys understand you don't know what you're worshiping. But we're going to continue. Okay? That's what Jesus said. Let's go back. Let's go back. Come on now. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, let's go to Revelations. I wanted to give you all of that so you can get the final punch to the face. We're going to go to Revelations, guys. We're going to go to the very last chapter. Not the very first, not the one that these brothers be like, look, feet made of brass. Look, yeah, I know the blasphemy of those that say that they Jews but are not. He was talking about you, guys. Tell these Hebrew Israelites that Jesus was referring, that precept was about you, guys. That there are those that's claiming to be Jews but are not, but are from the synagogue of Satan. What do you think you're following? You really thinking that you're following the righteous teachings? I'm going to show you that you're following the ways of Satan. Revelations chapter 22, the final page in the Bible. And when you go all the way down to verse 16, it says what? It says what? Jesus, Jesus, me, moi, man, I, como estate bien, man, mi casa, mukani, me, I, Jesus, have sent my angels to testify unto you. I, Jesus, me, Jesus. You know? Sent my angels. What angels? What angels? Is those angels the 2/3 that fell with you? Which one is it? I don't know. I leave that for you to do your homework. It says, to testify unto you these things in these churches, right? Remember, the churches, synagogue, on the side of the congregation, on the north. This is right. I am the root. So he tell you this is Jesus. He's then telling you I am the root and the offspring of David. And hold on, where did I go? Oh, sorry. I don't like this view. I don't know what happened. Oh, hold on. Oh. Here we go. He says, I, Jesus, has sent my angels to testify unto you these things in these churches. I am the root of the offspring of David. He's telling you. So this is Jesus continuing the conversation. He says, I am. Remember the I am that I am? I am Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings, right? Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings. Isn't David was a king, right? Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings, offspring. You really want me to break this down for you? Listen, if I broke this down for you, you guys would turn atheists in 22 minutes. Okay? I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. This is not me saying this, guys. This did not come out my mouth. Now, the question that I gotta ask you is this. Why did Jesus say all of that on the final page of the Bible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he was 6 verses before the ending. Keyword 6. 3, 3, 3 equal 3, 3 equals what? 6. 3 plus 3 equals 6, right? Everything goes back to 6, right? Jesuit order, 33, you put them together equals 6, right? 3 plus 3 equals 6, right? Jesus was 33, right? To the top of the Freemasonry is what? 33, right? Jesus was resurrected on the 3rd day, 3 again. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Oh, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Oh, Ham, Shem, Japheth. Oh. Which one? You want more? You want more? Okay, I'm gonna give you some more. I'll give you some more. Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael. Damn, that's 3 again. Oh, in the New Testament, what was the tribes that remained? Benjamin, Judah, Levi. That's 3 again. Oh, man. Oh. How many kings did they really have? How many kings, the true kings that was in Israel? Wasn't it Saul, David, Solomon? The other ones, they don't even consider them. Ain't nobody worrying about the Noah Bible and all of that. Nobody knows that, because they said that it was the northern tribe, so it was split into 2. But come on, let's keep it on 100. Who is the kings that the people talk about in modern day time? If I was to bring to you any king in the Bible, if I don't say Jesus is king, I would have said what? I would have been like, yo, bro, I'm from the seed of David. Yo, bro, I'm trying to get wives like Solomon. Yo, bro, you out here wilding like Saul. Ain't nobody mentioning the kings of the northern tribes. Why? Exactly. You guys still not putting the pieces together. Why at the end of the verse did Jesus tell you he's the morning star? If I was to look up how many times the word morning star is mentioned, look, I'm gonna copy and paste it so you guys can see. Look, I'm pasting it. I'm pressing enter. Let's see how many times it pops up. Revelations chapter 2, verse 28, morning star. So that's two times you hear the word morning star in the New Testament. Let's see. Let's see in the Old Testament. Come on, man. See? Morning star. Morning plus the star. If it's just morning by itself, 214 times. If it's star by itself, 14 times. But morning star, 2 times. Huh? So let's pull this up. All right. Now, son of the morning. Look. Just one time. Son of the morning. Now, isn't Jesus a son? Let me do a chat GPT quick fast. Let me do a chat GPT quick fast. I'm gonna show you something. In old English, wasn't the word son simply S-U-N and was changed to simply S-U-N and was changed to S-O-N during the S-O-N English. Matic. Look, this is not me again. Okay? Okay? Old English. Look, I want you guys to see this. Yes, in Old English, the word for the star called the sun was Sony, not sun, right? Old English, S-U-N equal the sun, right? Modern English, S-U-N. So they removed that. The word son means male child. It's different from Old English, son English, modern son, son prolio, Sunni. This is where it goes. It's German. This is from German. You guys are aware that the English language is German, right? You know, that's what you notice, that everything comes out of Germany, no disrespect. The English language came from there. The scientist Operation Paperclip came from there. The very first war of all wars started over there. All the mad scientists that you see in the world came from over there. Okay. Sigmund Floyd and all of these niggas came from over there. Okay. Why is sun spelled with an O today? The spelling changed gradually during the Middle English period, roughly 1100 to 1500. English spelling was influenced by Norman French scribes after the Norman conquest in 1066, and many Old English spellings were standardized differently. The pronunciation and spelling of sunny eventually became sun. S-U-N became S-O-N. So every time you say, oh, I'm praying to the Son, the Father, Son, you're just saying S-U-N. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Don't let none of this confuse you. Don't let none of this confuse you. Remember, we are living in the age of information, so the objective is to disrupt all knowledge and wisdom that's being placed upon the people. I can show you countless videos of me uploading things, and when people or myself went back to go check, it was removed. Like, yo, what the heck happened? But luckily for me, I got these things saved in my archives. But they are removing information to prevent you guys from knowing the mother effing truth. You see, you don't have to go into their schools anymore. You don't have to stand in the classroom listening to a European feed you European lies anymore. You now have the option to go into these places, go online, take trips, go to these places, know exactly where you're going, ask the questions, speak to people. We have access to everything right now. I can speak right now in real time. I can talk to somebody all the way in Tanzania, bro. I'm talking about clean connection and everything. I can go speak to the people in the Congo. I can speak to the people all the way out in Alaska, bro. We could have these conversations. And this is why they're doing what they're doing and removing stuff from you, trying to make it seem like people like myself, like, he don't know what he's talking about. Look, that's not true. You could go look this up. I have, like I said, I keep everything in my archive, so I don't worry about nothing that these people are saying. I know that they're changing things. I know that the objective is to change things. I know that. Similar to why you think they're no longer teaching slavery in school. And a lot of people was upset behind that. I'm still trying to figure out why. Why would you mad? Why would you want a European to teach your child about their evilness upon you? Wouldn't you want them to learn from you? I mean, it's more felt. There's more compassion when it's told to people that experience it and people that literally fit the image of those that went through it. Come on, it can make sense. But anyway, I don't want to dive off. So I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna show you some more images. Okay? So when I hear you guys talking about you're waiting for a kingdom to come, what kingdom is coming? Jesus' kingdom is here right now. From the book of Matthews to the book of Revelations, he told you he was gonna come. Oh, hold on. You guys think the book of Revelations is prophetic? No, it's not. You know, the book of Revelations was taken out of the Bible damn near 20 times. Matter of fact, let me put this in for you. How many times was the book of Revelations removed from the Bible? Check this out. Look, the short answer is the book was not repeatedly removed from the Bible. However, its acceptance was debated in part of the early churches. I just want to know how many times the book of Revelations was removed from the Bible, and when was it added back to remain for good. You see how you gotta reword it in a certain way, so these people, they'll be like, it wasn't removed, right? It was like the Bible and then added back multiple times. So the number of times it was removed is 0 in the sense of being officially removed from the Christian biblical canon and later restored, right? But what did happen was, first, third century, some churches accepted the book of Revelations as scriptures while others questioned it. So again, these people are going to put the things to make it seem like this never happened. This shit happened. And they're taking all these records and information down. So if I was to go on Botanica, there's a high possibility that they're going to tell you that this doesn't exist. Just like when I broke down the Ma'at, a lot, you know, the female deities before Allah. She was called Alat. When you go on the internet right now and try to go look and find her information, it's very, 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 very minimal. And you know why they was doing that? Because of the information that I brought forth. After I brought that shit forth, and they was like, turn this shit off. Okay. Let's go ask Claude. Let me see what Claude says. I should go to Perplex. I got Perplex. Or did I delete it? Yeah, I think I deleted it. Yeah, I think I deleted it. Biblos was removed like 13, 14 times. So, early 14 in history of churches listed Revelation as dispute. Some accepted it, others didn't. Okay? Eastern Greek-speaking churches were generally more skeptic of it than the Western Latin churches. The Council of Laodicea in 1363 AD, for example, produced a list of acceptable books. Produce a list of acceptable books that didn't include Revelations. You see how they try to go around it? Like, don't let these AI think that they outsmart you, bro. You gotta read the fine print. Remember, these are devices or artificial intelligence, meaning that they have no emotions, bro. They don't have pure logic. They don't have common sense. They go strictly by whatever program they are on. And right now, their job is to supposedly make life easier, but also navigate you away from the things that you are really seeking, or be the guide to mislead you if it needs be. Because look, I'm just telling you, they just said no, it didn't happen that way, but they just wrote a list of the books that was accepted and not accepted, and one of those books that wasn't accepted was the book of Revelations. Okay? It says the Syriac speaking churches were the slowest to accept it. It wasn't part of the standard Syriac New Testament for a long time, and a full acceptance there came centuries later. Let me say that again. Centuries. 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 This is not me saying this, guys. This is not me saying this. This is them. Centuries later. Why? You know why? You know why these people were skeptical about that? Because the New Testament, the book of Revelations did not fit the narrative on what they was doing as far as controlling the masses at that time. That prophecy could not, it wouldn't make sense to sell that to the people at that time. So they had to remove it. And it just said it was removed for centuries. Look up what centuries mean. What does centuries mean? 100 years? Come on, people. I can't make this shit up. When it settled into the canon and most of Christianity. So 365 AD is the earliest surviving documented listed all 27 books exactly as they exist today, including Revelations. So in 367 AD, this is 367 years after he died, supposedly. This is when? Is it at Hanabanius? Anabanius and Hanabanius. You know, I can't speak this goddamn German. Oh, Athanasius. That's the name. Athanasius. Oh, I thought that was a B. That's an H. Athanasius of Alexandria. Feast. Okay. Festival letter. Okay. This is the syndrome of the hippo, the synod of the hippo, and the council of the Carthage, 397 and 1419 AD in North Africa. So none of these people was following, like I said. Now, when you see the times of when these things are being instrumented to the people to accept, these are the times of invasion. These are the times of, yeah, we about to come here, we about to do here. These are the niggas setting up shop. They setting up shop by coming, and when I mean invasion, I'm not talking about like, yeah, I'm talking about like, damn, these people are here and they're bringing forth this doctrine, this teaching. That's what I mean by like invasion. Here they come. They're in your space now. Da-da! Hi, do you believe in Jesus? Whoa, my gosh. Did you read the book of Revelations? Bring out the book of Revelations. Oh, yeah. God is going to come and wreak havoc for all those that don't repent. And the books were open. Look, the book is open right now. And those that believe, they were saved. This is when these books was being implemented. Bring this back because now it fits the narrative on what they wanted to do. So when I hear you guys talking about a kingdom is coming, 40,000 angels come, none of that shit is ever going to happen because that shit was a lie. The kingdom of Jesus is here already. Everywhere you go, everywhere you look, I went on the Bible and I'm talking to you guys about Jesus. People will argue with me for the name of Jesus. Marriages has been broken up for the name of Jesus. Wars has happened in the name of Jesus. Bloodshed has occurred in the name of Jesus. You guys want me to show you some more? I'm gonna show you some more. I'm gonna show you how the kingdom of Jesus is here already. Hold on. And you guys know I always provide the receipts, man. Yeah, you see all these screenshots? I keep everything, bro. Oh yeah, another thing too, man. Get yourself some merchandise, man. Yeah. The rides won't be televised. Yeah. It is joy. Right. There we go. This is what all of this came in the name of Jesus, bro. I'm gonna show you. I'll show you right now. I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna show you right now. This is the man that this book, that these images that I've seen, this is the author. Okay, these are descriptions of Christian behavior. Keyword, listen. These descriptions of Christian behavior in Central America are eyewitness accounts. You see what it says? Eyewitness accounts of Don Fray Bartolome de la Sarcasi, 1552. Okay, he was a Catholic priest. Let me let you guys see this again. Catholic priest. Who implemented slavery? The Catholic Church. Who did the Vatican and all of that take place? To represent what? The Catholic Church. Okay? Who was appalled at the behavior of his countrymen in the Indian land of the West. He wrote books and numerous letters pleading for fair treatment of the Indians and denouncing the atrocities he witnessed being inflicted upon them. If you believe this, you go ahead. You go ahead and believe that. I don't believe sugar honey I see that this man wrote any mother effing letters, because if he wanted to write a letter, he could have did it a long time ago. Oh, it's gonna be the next one. I promise it's gonna be the next one. I promise it's gonna be this one right here. There we go. I promise it was gonna be this one. Let me cut this one out. Check this out. Check this out. You see it? The Spaniards took babies from their mothers, grabbed them by their feet, and smashing their heads against the rocks. This is Jesus. These is Jesus believers, by the way. These are those that came to do the works in the wills of Jesus. Okay? Look. It says they built a long gibbet low enough for their toes to touch the ground and prevent strangling, and hanging 13 natives at a time in honor of who? In honor of who? In honor of Christ, our Savior, and the 12 apostles. Let's read this back one more time. Let's read this back, shall we? The Spaniards. So a lot of you, and this is no shade to my Boricua family. A lot of you guys carry the blood of Christopher Columbus. A lot of you guys carry the DNA of Christopher Columbus and his 1,000 men. Yes, Christopher Columbus invaded the West with him and 1,000 men, fully armored, packed with diseases, and literally wiped out the entire Western region, my niggas. Okay? The only people that was strong enough and built enough to withstand the disease and the wickedness of these individuals was those of Africa. because Africa carry all the herbs to kill and heal all sicknesses and diseases. Okay? The man, before he arrived, there was damn near close to 200, excuse me, I'm lying. It was 2.4 or 2.7 million people of indigenous so-called natives of the West. By the time these niggas was done with them, it was roughly merely 250. These are another lessons that I put that you got to go in the archives and find. From 2 million to 250, this man was literally a walking, talking Osama bin Laden. This is the father of terrorism, bro. What? But yet you guys give him a praise every single year. Every October 31st, they be like, there's no school. I said, no school for who? Yo, get on, y'all going to school. We're not about to celebrate, take the time out to give honor for a man that literally did this to the children. Look at what's in their hands. This is illustrated from this man's book, bro. He told you, eyewitness. The Spaniards took babies from their mother's breasts, grabbed them by their feet, and smashing their heads against mother effing rocks. They built a long gibbet low enough for the toes to touch the ground and prevent strangling, and hang 13 natives at a time in honor of Christ our Savior and the 12 apostles. Then listen carefully. Then straws was wrapped around their torn bodies and they were burnt alive. This is all in the name of Jesus. Miss me with this nonsense. This is all in the name of Jesus. So is these people, we could go back, we about to conclude. Now, are these people in hell? Why isn't Christopher Columbus spoken of people seen in hell? How come it's always the rappers, the black athletes, the basketball players, the Michael Jacksons? Why is always us? How come it's never Christopher Columbus? Where's George Washington? Where's John F. Kennedy? John F. Kennedy was committing adultery, and he knew that. You think he confessed his sins while he was in back of that drop top? You think he was like, yeah, today might be the day, honey, but Lord, forgive me. Lord, give me a sign. Nigga done lost his mind. Shorty, make it make sense. Oh man, please turn this down, man. You guys don't know what y'all worshiping, man. You guys don't know what y'all worshiping, bro. The Old Testament. Look, let me show you guys something. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna show you guys something, and then I'm gonna conclude. Hold on. Pull this up, man. Yo, bro, I don't want to see none of that, man. All right, wonderful, great. All right, take me home. Why are they looking like this? Oh, right here. What is this? Hold on, guys. Bear with me. I want to pull this information for you guys. not letting me go back. Oh man, I'm already signed in, bro. There we go. Logged in already, sir. And they won't. Listen, man, I paid you guys already. I don't want to hit none of that. Yeah, they're not letting me. Why they not letting me sign in, bro? Alright, yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, 2026. Yo, these people are not letting me. These people are not letting me sign in. They probably don't want me to show you this. Maybe their ancestors are telling me, nope, these people gonna have to subscribe. These people is gonna have to join. And these people is going to have to put in the work. I really believe that. Because I've never had this issue ever in my life. Like, for real. Now I'm looking at things I ain't never seen before. I don't know what the heck this is. Don't want to watch it. But anyway, I was trying to show you images of Moses. Like a lot of statues. Matter of fact, let me see if I can put it up right here. Statues of Moses in the Bible. Let me share my screen with you guys quick fast. Hold on. I'm gonna show you something, and I want you guys to really pay attention and understand what the F is going on, man. Because you don't know what you are worshiping. I'm never going to argue with dudes that believe in Santa Claus when you're over 13, 14 years old. Because that's what this story is. Understand that the story of Jesus, which you all know goes back to December 25th, right? The story of Jesus is Santa Claus for adults, and the story of Santa Claus is for children. It's the same concept. If you are a good servant and you keep my commandments, you will not go to hell. You will not be on the naughty list. You will be protected. That is the same thing when it comes to the Santa Claus. If you're bad, Santa Claus is gonna put you on the naughty list. You're not. You see the naughty list. Remember when the books were open, your name was not found in the book, which is writing of a list of names. And what happened? You was thrown in the pits of fire. You didn't get a chance to live. So what happens when a child doesn't get a gift? They're angry. They sad. They don't wanna live for the moment. Yeah, children be real sad and get angry. They in their room all day. They don't want to come out. They crying. They feel some type of way. That's what that is. Old Testament. I mean, you hear me? New Testament is sun worship. Old Testament moon worship. Now let's look at. Let me show you guys something. They won't let me zoom in. We back out. What happened to zoom in? There we go. Nobody asks why is Moses wearing the horns? And why does God want the rams, which also wear horns? Do sheep has horns? I don't know. Do sheep has horns? Anybody listen, somebody put it in the chat and let me know if sheep have horns. But in the meantime, you see the horn? You see the horn? I'm gonna keep going. What does that horn represent, guys? Anybody knows what that horn represents? You see the horn again? You see the horn again? What does that horn represent? Anybody knows what that horn represents? The golden calf? The Bible? Do you notice that with all the miracles God did, they still have more fear in the golden calf than they did God? Nobody ever asked those questions? Oh, okay. No problem. See it? Why is he having a horn? What does this horn represent? The horn represents Saturn. Yeah, Saturn. The horn represents the moon. Moon is in reference to Saturn, right? When it's not a full moon, it's a half moon. It's a square. It's like this, right? That's how it will look, right? I put this on my head. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They had to blow into the trumpet, pause, blow into the horn. Why is everything having to do with horns? What does the horn give reference to? Why did Aaron require all those to take the earrings? He said he wanted the earrings from the women and the children. He wanted the earrings and the rings. The Lord of the Rings, that's your Jesus. The Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings, that's your Jesus. The Papal Bull, the Bible. 1 minute. PayPal is in honor to the Papal Bull. Let me pull this Papal Bull for you niggas. Hold on. That was written by the Pope. Matter of fact, Pope Nicholas okay, the bull authorized the King of Portugal to do what? Invade non-Christian lands, conquer their territory, subject non-Christians. You shall be what? Persecuted for my name's sake. Hold on, let's go back. Come on, guys. Come on, hold on. So you guys be asking for some edification. You be like, he just be rambling. You don't know what he's talking about. Okay, I'm gonna give you the time today. Today's Friday. It's a nice day. I'm gonna give you the time today. Why not? Okay. Let's read. Let's start off with 21. Let's start off. Look, it says the sign. Look, I want you guys to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Like, you don't understand how much this really be hurting me. Like, when these things be right in front of you and you guys don't see it. Because you have allowed these churches and these teachers and these wannabe named elders give you these fairy tale stories knowing that this shit already occurred. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Listen to what was said. It says signs of Christ's return. Okay? Okay. And we're going to read this. I want you guys to read it along. And it says what? And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the building of the temple. And remember, the building of the temple, right? I mean, everything was cool, calm, and collective. And Jesus said unto them, see ye now all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Okay? Understand what this precept is being said. Okay? He says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the signs of thy coming, and the signs of thy coming, and of the end of the world. Now, you guys need to ask yourself this question. When you say the end of the world, what world? Because he was in Egypt, right? No, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that. I don't want to. Who the heck is this? Anyway, right? And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Okay? This is the precept that individuals tend to use against like individuals like myself. It says, take heed that no man deceive you. But you was deceived by your pastor, your deacon, your bishop, your elders. And it says no man, no man. So which means that your connection should solely be with him. No man should be able to deceive you. And everybody has been deceived. And you guys know this. But anyway, let's continue. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. That's everybody. Everybody is talking about the second coming, and he's coming in his name. And you have been deceived. You have been deceived, people. Okay? And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So when he's talking about the wars and rumors of wars, he was talking about the invasions of those lands and those people before they came and destroyed. Remember, Christopher Columbus came 2 times. These missionaries, every time, no matter where they went, they arrived 2 times. The first time is to scope out, see how dumb, weak, what kind of weaponry that these dudes have. Oh, they got sticks. Yeah, we're gonna make some swords. Yo, get some rocks, get some metal. We're gonna heat it up. We're gonna make some swords. Okay? The first time is all about observation, to see who's the strongest, to see who's the king, to see where's the gold, to see who's the prettiest, to see how can they take advantage. Then they left, and then they came back. And when they came back with what? With missionaries, mercenaries, plagues, and diseases. Literally wiped out the entire Western Hemisphere. Facts. Okay? And from there, that's where the wars and the rumors of wars came about. Where it's like, yo, bro, I think you should convert to Jesus. You believe in that? No, we don't know what that is. We good. We got our own, we got our own system. We pray to the moon. We pray to the stars. We pray to the galaxy. We meditate. We put our hands on the earth. We could connect to the other side. Like our ancestors, we had everything. Everything. We didn't have no need for any spiritual intervention, bro. No need whatsoever. And when they seen that we wasn't converting, they went back. The papal bull was made. You see the times, 1452. Oh, you thought, hold on. You guys really thought it was just Christopher Columbus going out west? No. These niggas had a mission to conquer the entire world, bro. One went out west. The other nigga went down to Africa. They lied to you and told you that, he wanted to go east, but end up, the map out of mistake end up going west. That's where he came up with the word Indians. That is a lie. When you read the history and you read the documentary, right, the autobiography of this man, he will tell you in the book, he went west because his idol, Marco Polo, went east. So he said, you know what? You went east, I'm going west. That was his idol. He looked up to Marco Polo. I bet you guys didn't know that, huh? So Marco Polo went east, he went west. He knew exactly where he was going. I repeat, he knew exactly where he was going. And you want to know how I know that he knew exactly where he was going? Because it wasn't his first rodeo in those areas. Somebody that didn't know where he was going, you would have got lost a couple of times. But he knew exactly where he was going. He didn't get lost. He knew where he was going to land. You know that Africans in the indigenous of the West, they used traveling back and forth. You see, they want to paint the story like before Christopher Columbus, we didn't have no reading, writings, no religious, no this. We didn't know how to make boats. We didn't travel. We was just stuck on the shores. And when he arrived, that was the first time of us seeing a boat, seeing men traveling, went on vacation. These are lies. There's coins that was found in America. That was the material of that coin is only made in Africa. How the fuck did it get there? Can't float. You put the coin, it's gonna sink underwater. So how did it get there? Oh, okay. Okay? So when you says, and you shall hear wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all things must come to pass, but that's not the end yet. Okay? For nations shall rise against nations. What was happening? The people was rising against the Spaniards. The people was rising against the Europeans. Like, nah, my nigga, we not accepting this Jesus, whatever. People was not accepting this ideology. There was nobody in alliance and an agreement with any Abrahamic religion, okay? The Abrahamic religion came a tool by force after the Council of Nicaea, bro. Prior to that, there is no recollections of any people keeping any shape or form of Abrahamic religion, bro. All of this is lies. None of it. I can go down maps. We can go. Yo, man, I'm in a good mood today. It's 4:20. Give me a second. My bad, guys. About to go see my client right now. Oh, and an FYI, certified life coach. If you guys want some life coaching, please holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Send me a email, jpl at lifecoachonthego.llc.com. Send me a email letting me know you would like to gather more information. I will provide you everything that you need to help, get you on board where we can provide you with some service. And I said we because it's me and my Wiz and my big sis. You know what I'm saying? All right. So where was I? I said I was gonna do something. Oh. .gov. LOC.gov. Let's do maps. Let's do Africa. Why not? Bear with me, guys. We doing all this in real time. Let's see the date. Let's start off with 1200. Let's start off with this one. Is this the 1200? Okay. I don't want no Ivory Coast. You see what they doing? Not what I want, sir. Oh. See, these things go back to, you see, 1856, 1708, 18. I need to go as far back to the very beginning. 1800, 1781, 1780, 1533. Let's hold on. $15.13. Can we get a zoom in, please? $15.30. Look. Mediterranean. You don't see no Israel, right? This is the Middle East. Okay, I know. Don't worry. You'll get it one day. None of it, right? Look where Ethiopia is. And you know why? You know why Ethiopia is always is recognized? Ethiopia and Egypt, because like I told you before, Ethiopia and Egypt was what you call the kings of kingdoms of the entire world. There's no civilization till this day in modern real time that has ever had a successful running powerful kingdom as Egypt did. And that's why every country, especially when it's pertaining to that, follow Egypt rules and regulations. Okay? All right? This is Asia. You don't even see Europe, my guy. Look. This is where you see where the Germans is? You see them? Okay? So I wanted you guys to see that. You don't see nothing. You don't see no Holy Land, no Jerusalem. You don't see none of that. Okay. Watch when I grow up. Watch when I go up. Watch when I go up. So we at the maps again. And let me start off. We start off at the 1600s because this is when their civilization started kicking off. Right, this is when the history writings and all that was kicking off. 1611, King James, and the history, and they'll tell you everything happened in the 1600s, slavery. Let me show you something. This is 1644. This is China. I don't want no China, bro. Hold on. All right, here we go. I'm gonna show you these things, man. Stop allowing people to educate you, bro. Start doing your homework. Don't listen, like I tell you all the time, don't listen to me. Go do your homework, bro. Don't listen to what I gotta say. I'm just like you, bro. I don't get paid. I don't go to theologian school. I never went there. I didn't get no certificate, no degree. I didn't take no oath. I didn't do none of these things, bro. I had a temporary run with these Hebrew Israelites. I did a great job for them. After that, once I started doing my homework, that shit was a DUB, especially when I found out the origin of that Hebrew Israelite movement and how that shit is going ties back to Freemasonry, the low grade version of Freemasonry. It's not even the Scottish Rite. It's literally under the boule, like literally under, right? So you got the regular Freemasons, you got the boule, you got the Scottish Rite, and then you get the Vatican, and then from there you get the Orsinians, you get all of it, you get all the top niggas, the Rothschilds, the Orsinians, the Christopher Columbus family, the Claudes, if I'm saying it right. Look how they're not letting me pull it up. You see? It just stops loading out of nowhere, right? Okay. All right, now we making progress. Oh, okay. Now, this is 1600s. This is the 1600s. This is the 1600s. Look. Look. There's not even Jerusalem here. This is the 1600s. I don't see no Jerusalem here. Nope. Oh, here's the Niger. You see, y'all don't understand that the word Niger means king. The reason why they call you nigger is because it was just a way of them mocking the fact that you was a king. This Niger, and then they'll be amongst their peers. I'm like, look at this nigger. They said that he's a king. He's a nigger. That's where that comes from. Okay. Now for all my so-called, those that's claiming that, the Bible is in Africa. Look. Look. You don't see nothing Hebrew whatsoever. Look. Look. We in 1600s. This is right before enslavement, guys. Look. Look. Oh. I thought this said Judah. Nope. Sure didn't. I thought this said Reuben. Nope. Sure didn't. Nope. Sure didn't. So we could put an end to the Isis Ra-El story, okay? Because I know exactly when that origin of that nonsense came about. But hey, who am I, right? Junes don't know what he's talking about. I'm just a regular brother man from the Taliban. You're straight out of Kings County Hospital. You're. Who is he? How he know all of this? What do he know? Well, I'm gonna show you. So I didn't get a chance to look at the date. Okay. So this is around 1563 to 1612. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. I'm zooming in for you guys. We see Egypt right here. We see Alexandria right here. Now you guys are starting to see Jerusalem. After you was enslaved. Oh. Who was funding that? I'll leave that for you to decide. I'm not gonna be the one to give you this 311. I'll leave it for you to decide. You go do your homework. See? Date, when I just clicked, 1614. Excuse me, 1640. This is right after we was enslaved, right after we was captured, sent to the West, sent to the Caribbeans, shipped to Europe, sold to Asia, prostitute in the Middle East. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. Now all of a sudden, here comes God's chosen people. After the indigenous rulers of the earth has been relinquished from their positions, all of a sudden we're seeing holy names. I just showed you a map prior to that. You didn't see nothing, right? This is 1657. Yo, why my computer moving so slow, son? My joint's connected directly to... It's connected through the wire, bro. What the heck is going on? Huh? Huh? Gotta look carefully because these people like to hide themselves, Huh? Hmm? Man, you see it? You see the Erico, Jericho. Oh no, you see it? Remember, there's no J's. So this is it. Here's Samaria. Okay, here's Jerusalem, right? You see it? Here's Hebron. You see it? You see all of a sudden now these names are being placed after your enslavement. You see it? Hebron, here is Gaza. Huh? After your enslavement? Come on, man. I can't make this shit up, son. Yeah, I be thinking that our Jews be wildin'. Like, yo, Jews, man. Don't let it be them that tell you, yeah, man, he's been overtaken by some spirits, man. They're not me taken over by nothing. I took back my soul. Spirit comes with religion. I don't live in no spirit. I don't live under nobody's, control. My main goal is to connect my soul back to the solar universe, bro. Huh? We just clicked that. Hold on. I didn't get a chance to catch the date. 1688. 1688, guys. Remember, you made it to the shores around like 1611, 1614, 1616. So by that time, you notice that the map is getting more advanced and more writings. Now things is being able to be identified a little bit more clearer now, right? I can see clearly now, these niggas is gone. It's gonna be a bright, white European day. Huh? Huh? You see, it's getting clearer now, right? Now let's go look. Let's go look for it. You gotta look for it because all the bats be different, right? Every bat be different. These niggas be relocated and say, you know what? I don't want that side no more. I want to be over here. Sure, put it in the map. And when we too naive and too slow-minded to be like, oh no, that's not right. We gotta turn it off tonight. No. We're gonna say, hey, hallelujah. Hold on. Oh look, they're not even putting it up. Look, they don't even have it on this map. They don't even. I guess the I'm about to say the orchestrator. The illustrator had no respect for these niggas. I'm just the messenger, man. I'm just the messenger. But if we was to go, let's cancel this out. Now, if we was to go to the 1800s, because the 1800s when they really start having momentum. The 1900s, they was, on the verge of control. It was still a battle, but the 2000s to 2027, complete control. They control it all. Your food, your TV, what you watch, what you wear, the soap you use, the water you drink, they control it all. Give me that. Get over here. Your internet, your phones, everything, they control it all. Your jewelry, anything you could imagine, they control it all. I'm showing you in real time. Real time. Look how the loading is taking forever. Okay? We in the 1800s. We're gonna, this map was right here in 1802. His name is Aaron Arrowsmith. Check this out. You see that? You see Judah? Haram? Mount Sinai? You see it? And it is not Mount Sinai, it's Mount Sin. Sin AI. What is sin? Sin is the name of the moon. Oh, okay. Okay. So if this is Mount Sinai, then, this must be the area of Jerusalem, right? Right? Palestine, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. I want to, my bad. I got to check all things because I don't like you guys saying that I just be speaking out my mouth, pause. And look, Cape Israel. Huh? Hmm? 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 That can't be for real. Absolutely. Show you one more map. This one is 1816. Let's see this one. This is by Captain James Riley. We're going to look at this last one, and then I'm going to gracefully bow out. You heard? You're going to have to back out and then come back in again. Mind you, my wire is connected directly to the modem. What is he bringing forth that the internet is slowing down? I'm the only one here. Nobody's home but me. I haven't done anything but sit right here. Look, it just stopped. Now look, I don't know if you can see me on the screen. Look, I gotta press it again. Look, to reload. What's going on? What's going on here? What is he doing that they don't like? Huh? Huh? This one is just right here in the center. I don't want the center. I want the entire map, sir. Hmm. This one right here is in 1820. This is 1820, guys. $18.20. $18.20. Let's find Jerusalem. Oh, here it is. They make sure it's bright, right? You see it? You see how hard it was to find it before? Now all of a sudden you finding it in the 1800s. Now you see Mount Sinai. Remember I just showed you the other one? There was none of this. You didn't see none of this, but you did see Mount Sinai though, right? Right? Huh? Come on, man. You don't know, you guys don't know what y'all worshiping. You don't know what y'all studying. There was no Jesus coming into the land. There was none of these individuals was talking to us, bro. Prior to these people arrival, we didn't have no recollection of no Jesus. Let's go back. Let's finish Matthew's 24. I want to finish Matthew's 24 so you guys can get an understanding of what I'm trying to have you to realize, because you've been sleep by the lies of European philosophy. Okay? Okay? And you should hear wars and rumors of wars. Remember, we've been through a lot of wars. But the war that he was talking about was the war of the Crusades. You guys don't listen. I don't want you to think that our people was soft. Like we just went out like, oh my gosh, he hit me. We was outnumbered. We were shocked, traumatized, couldn't believe it, and unprepared. We was unprepared, bro. We was unprepared for what these niggas brought to the table. And if you see it in real time, even in real time in 2026, right now as we speak, you will see the arsenals that Africans have are outdated, old 1995 AK-47s. Meanwhile, these dudes got laser beams. These people they got drones. They got everything. But the Africans, these niggas are still moving in 1920. The same goddamn tanks that was in Germany, bro. Niggas is using the same weaponry that was in the Gulf War. You know how long ago that shit was, boy? And that's by design. You notice that all these nations, China, the Arabs, Iran, whatever you want to call them, the Khazars, the Americans, the Europeans, you notice that they all got access to nuclear weapons, but not a single African country or continent has access to one. You don't find that suspicious? And you got black people running around here talking about, oh man, Jesus is coming, man. You got to get the... Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Nobody knew nothing about no Jesus prior to the invasion. So like I said, the Crusades, our people was warring. They got the better half. And you know why they got the better half? Some of you guys, let me show my face so you guys can understand where I'm coming from and why we end up in these conditions. Let me show my face, good fat. I need you guys to hear me and hear me well. So what you guys don't understand is, how do you make somebody fall into submission? Like, process this for a minute. You have to do something that's gonna make you soft. What I mean by that, Jones? If I came to any one of you guys' houses, me, couple of my mans, however we come, and I come to your crib and I tell you, yo, all this shit is a dub. And you reply to me, nigga, how dare you? Who the heck you think you talking to? And my reply to you is, oh, word? I tell one of my homies, go grab the newborn baby. I grab this newborn baby. I bring it over here. I'm looking you in your face and I say, yo, what you said? Or better yet, because you said that, I just told my man to go to the baby and unalive that right in front of you. Now, we're speaking about people that was living very peaceful. We was not engaged in violence. There's no records of us doing Alexander and Caesar and all of that. We don't do that. That's not in. We don't desire blood. We don't do that. We like life. We like women. We like living. We like chilling. Just don't push our buttons, right? And because of that is the reason why our weaponry was as weak as it is, because we don't do this shit. Yes, we protect our block, but we don't do that. It's not in our DNA. Okay? So a bunch of these people came into your crib, tuck your son, chopped his head off. What you gonna do? What are you gonna say? And there's only two things that's gonna come out of that. It's either you're gonna comply or you're gonna fight until you die. And a lot of our people complied because one thing for certain, two things for sure, us melanated people love having children. We love having sex, and when you love having sex, you're going to produce a lot of children. So you already see what this man did to your innocent baby. You're looking at your 5-year-old. You're looking at your 10-year-old. You're looking at your 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to say, these niggas is crazy. I submit. I'm sorry. Forgive me. And in the process of giving up, like, all right, you got it. You've forgotten that these people are barbarians, and they don't. If they don't leave a scene like with bloodshed, it's like they didn't do nothing. So what did they do? They started violating. And I keep telling you, melanated women, all the time, one of the first things that they did after they got control of the land, the people, and the ideology, the first thing that they did, it was they raped the women. Now people are gonna say, wait, why would they do that? Well, let me tell you why would they do that. Because a contaminated seed will never be able to see and understand the pain of an indigenous person. He or she will always have to have some level of compassion and understanding for their daddy. Yeah. And when that child gets older, because of what they did to the mother, that child ends up resenting his mother. Hence why you think the Bible always talks about women being in bondage. Proverbs 31. You ladies used to run with it thinking it was a virtuous thing. I used to teach it like it was a virtuous thing. But when you read it eternally and you read it for what it really is, it's nothing but an enslavement upon our women. The women had to get up 7 o'clock in the morning to go wash some dishes, go out in the yard and go gather food while the husband sat within the gates. And when the people came around, they said, yo, man, my nigga, you got a good one right there. Yeah, bro. That's a good nigga girl right there, you heard? It's a good nigga slave. Shit. You want one of her sisters? Hey. God allows that. Remember Jacob? Jacob took Leah, Rachel, April, July, and August. You want one? Come on, man. Come on, man. So you guys don't understand the totalities and the damage that it has done and how history is still repeating itself. And how now that the world is getting hot, and now that the ancestors, because they know that it's not us that's gonna do the works. The universe got to do the works. And the reason why the universe is finally waking up is because a lot of us has officially denounced this Abrahamic religion. Yeah. A lot of our people is tapping into the Oguns, tapping into the O'Sheas. A lot of us, me, born here in America, I'm more connected or seeking understanding of Jean-Jacques and the voodoo and the things that our ancestors was doing before the people got to us. And now me being an Haitian, carrying the blood of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the reason why I have to stay here, the reason why I have to learn this, because we know, and I know, and you know, that this power right here took down the most powerfulest army at that time. And if that right there did that, then we need to get it together so we can do it now. And with that being said, it's your brother, man. I see all the comments. I see somebody said Jesus is black. You're lost in the source. I'm not here to argue that. Anybody that believes in this European ideology, please, you are part of the problem. Listen, as 2030 comes along, a lot of you niggas is gonna be removed. No disrespect. We have to cleanse you guys out in order for the real ones like myself and the upbringers, the children that's growing up into the old shades, not trying to learn nothing about Allah, not trying to learn nothing about Jesus, trying to learn the ways of their ancestors. Hold on, let me see who's this. And I don't want nobody taking it as a level of disrespect. I'm just being totally honest, bro. You thinking he's a colored man? More power to you. You have been bitten by the shark. That shark bite, you know, that movie Sinners, and you gotta let them in. You allow these people to come into your heart, mind. I can't say your soul because your soul gets taken away once you allow these people to come in, and they told you that you gotta operate in the spirit. So again, if that's what you think, more power to you. But in all reality, bro, no, he's not. In fact, that man never existed. In fact, the story of Jesus is stolen from the story of Horus. In fact, Isis, Ra, and El, which is three deities, go back to Isis. I said Isis, Ra, and El. Goes back to Horus, Isis, and Ra. Like all of these things, like I said, all of these things has been debunked, bro. Anybody in the 20s, whatever century this shit is, anybody that's in real time in the year, in the age of Aquarius, the age of information, still lost in the source, when 2030 comes, a lot of you guys gonna be removed. So enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Sing your kumbaya. Keep waiting. Keep saying Jesus is black. He's gonna come back. He's gonna restore order. Keep saying that. I beg you, continue doing it. More power to you. But when it doesn't happen, and you find yourself sick, and you find yourself about to transition, remember I told you, all of this was a lie. If you want to get back to who you are, you gotta first take back your soul. In order for you to take back your soul, you have to denounce the spirit that came with the old, that came with the Abraham, that came with the Isaac, that came with the Jacob, that came with the Jesus, that came with the Allah, that came with the Moses, that came with anything anything that's tied to the Abrahamic religion. You let that go, and I promise you, things are gonna be better. I just showed you in the maps. I done showed you maps of no mention of Jerusalem, all through the maps. I done showed you maps in the South, in Africa. I mainly pick Africa so you guys can know that all of this is not what you think it is. I repeat, there's no city out of the Bible. These people started naming it after we fell, after you was enslaved, after the mass exodus of Europeans that came into South Africa in the early 1903s, 1905. I can show you. Matter of fact, let me show you. Let me pull this up one time, and then I'm gonna gracefully bow. Then it's 503. Now, I'm gonna bow out. I gotta go. I have to go. I have to go. When did the Boers of South Africa migrate over there? Wasn't it a mass European exodus? I'll put this around 1900. Let's put 1903. And let me copy this just in case this try to tell me another lie. Look, let me show you. Look, shit is crazy how I gotta give you guys all this barbecue chicken. I'm gonna start charging y'all niggas for this, boy. Heard up. I'm gonna have to start charging y'all because, like I said, this right here, this is my brand. This is my business, and I'm putting my brand and my business on the line for you guys, just so you guys can get some understanding. Now look, I said, when did the Boers of South Africa migrate over there? Wasn't it a mass European exodus around 1903, right? This is what I wrote, right? This is what it replies. It says, no, there was no mass European migration of Boers into South Africa around 1903. Here's the historical timeline. Keyword, here we go, 1652. This here it comes. The first European settlement, 1652. Remember what I told you? The treason, the invasion, the 1600s. You got them going to the west, the east. They was establishing themselves. Okay, cool, no problem. So this is the John Van, I guess, Rebebic arrived at the Cape in 1652 on the behalf of the Dutch East Indian Company. Now, you guys don't know that the Great Wall of Zimbabwe was not destroyed by no goddamn Romans. That shit is a lie. Again, there was no 70 AD ever happened, bro. These things are lies, bro. Lies after lies after lies after lies. What happened into that place called the Great Wall of Zimbabwe? It was destroyed by the Arabs. Yes. And it happened around 16 something. Okay? But let's continue. Okay? The Intel settlement was small and intended as a resupply station for ships traveling between Europe and Asia. Check this out. 1650 to 1700s, more Dutch settlers arrived. They were joined by German immigrants and French Huguenots. Over generations, these communities developed into the populations later known as the Boers. Okay? Check this out. Remember what I told you? The Great Trek. This was the largest international, international. I'm going to say all of it so you know it's strictly them. Boer migration within Southern Africa, bro. Okay? All right? After the war ended in 1902, there was a reconstruction, not a mass migration from Europe. Oh, my bad. So in 1902, it was a reconstruction. They was reconstructing the what? They was reconstructing the neighborhoods, the lands, renaming them, giving biblical nonsense. You understand? They was establishing the church. Let me see if I can pull it up right here. Because if I put it here, it's not gonna tell me. When did Albert Christian come to South Africa after joined by William S. I bet you they're gonna take it down. Let's watch. Albert Christian appears to have returned to South Africa. Return to South Africa. Return to South Africa. Okay. The timeline is important. Christian had already been working as a Black Baptist missionary in the Port Elizabeth, Altingang area of South Africa before meeting Crowdy. Okay, he returned into the United States in 1902. While in America, he joined Crowdy's Church of God and Saints of Christ, which Crowdy had founded in 1896. Which means that they're telling you wrong in this timeline, because I got the records, I got the books. I'm just doing this for educational purposes, right? He joined Crowdy's Church of God, which is the Hebrew Israelites, right? Just so you can know, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, let's click this. What the heck is going on here? Oh, so let's go to Britannica. Okay, so you guys can see it. Church of God and Saints of Christ, a religious sect founded in 1896 by a supposed prophet, William S. Crowdy. He passed his mantle of leadership to Bishop William Plummer, who announced himself as the grandfather Abram. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This group believed, listen, this is like the brother that sent something earlier. This group believes that all Jews were originally Black and that the modern day Black people are the descendants of the lost tribe of Israel. Their beliefs are centered on the 7 keys, the stone of truth, and the 10 commandments. Okay? I'm not gonna go into all that. You can do that yourself. But what I am going to do, I'm going to show you who this is the father, right? Prophet William S. Crowdy. They called him a prophet, my niggas. Hold on. This is him, right? Let me do this. What time? Why does it keep telling me to do that, bro? Oh, Wikipedia is moving different now or something? I don't know what the heck is going on here. All right, let's see this one. heck is going on here? Let's see if it's this one. Yo, I can't click Wikipedia? Am I doing something wrong? Okay. Let's see if they put it up here. Nope, of course not. Of course they're not gonna put it up there. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Oh, they did. There we go. Look. Let's read. Little is known of, oh, this is Frank Cherry. That's why. Oh, okay. We could do Frank Cherry. We could do Frank Cherry. But I want you guys to see, look, why they not gonna let me? Yo, let me see. These niggas is making you pay to use their things? Wow. There we go. That is crazy. Yo. Wow. All right. So what I wanted to show you guys is he was a Freemason. Let me see if I can ask ChatGPT. Was William S. Crowdy a Freemason? Oh, it said yes. Oh, your founding father was a Freemason. Was William S. Crowdy a Freemason? That's the question that I asked. The answer was simple. It says yes. William Saunders Crowdy was a Freemason, specifically associated with the Prince Hall Freemasonry, the historical black branch of American Freemasonry. Okay? The Church of God and Saints of Christ's own biography calls him a Grand Master of Masons. That means he made it to the 33-degree level. And out of nowhere, he ended up having a vision. I'm gonna find out what's going on, and I'm gonna really snap on this shit. This joint is crazy how I'm not able to go into the Wikipedia. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I wanted to, your mother is that, you bitch ass nigga. I will slap the fire out your punk ass. Yeah. Let me see who's that. Yeah, Christopher Wade. Hey, oh, and you were 212? Yeah, please. July 12th, I'll be having something in Wingate Park. Please come and say that to my face. I beg you to do that. I beg you to pull up July 12th, Wingate Park, Brooklyn, New York. I'll be right here waiting for you. Just let me know you is Christopher Wade, and I'll come and we could handle it one-on-one. If you're really that. Please. July 12th. Wingate Park. Matter of fact, let me pull it up so you know you guys can have it on your archives. Ain't playing with you weirdo ass dudes, man. Y'all niggas is out here tripping. It be these little soft little white boys that ain't done shit in life. They think that they can come talk to people like me, bro. I will break your face. Especially how I'm feeling now with y'all people. Yeah, please pull up. I would love for you to pull up so you guys can see this. I do this in real time, guys. Hold on. There you go. Sunday fun day, guys. Pull up. Sunday fun day. Pull up. Yep, definitely gotta go now. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Wanted to let you guys know that you've been deceived. You've been lied to. Everything that you have been told is incorrect. If you thinking that this man is a colored man, more power to you. Like I said, all of you guys is on borrowed time. This is not me. This is the universe. Even these people that you see doing all of this, they are preparing for something. So either you get in line with your ancestors and the creators of this universe, or you continue believing this fugazi lie and then get removed free 99. This ain't no time for all that. We got the new youth, the generations. We're here to rebuild and restore. So again, that's how you feel. More power to you. But anything else, it's your brother, man. You understand? And I'm a holla. One. Where my joint at?
I'll be right back.